Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to day 25 of journaling my journey to becoming profitable and the best version of myself. As you guys can see, it is a lot brighter in my room than usual, and that is because it is currently 12:59 p.m. and we are going over the trade that I ended up taking during the AM session, trading the Nasdaq, and I fortunately got this opportunity to trade at 9:30 because I ended up oversleeping and I didn't end up going to school today. So I ended up trading AM session today and I ended up catching a beautiful short and making a significant amount of money. Today we ended up making $1,442 on the eval. This is the first trade of the eval and we are already um halfway there on passing this and getting another live account. So great start to this eval. Last week was a little bit unfortunate. We had a little bit of trouble with iPsychology, and we ended up breaking a few rules, causing us to lose a live account. But came into this new week with a fresh mindset and a clear head, and it pays off when you follow rules and just stick to the system, and you ended up getting good results. So let's just go over what we ended up taking today and why we ended up taking this. So going into the New York session, I was leaning bearish because what did New York open? Here, 9:30. 9:30 open. We pushed up. I was hoping that we would take out these London session highs and then show a reaction, but we did not end up doing that. And I was like, cool. We have these Asia session highs that we could take out, but we didn't end up coming up that far. And you see this black candle right here. This is where the 15-minute candle closed. And as you guys can see, 15-minute candle, we left a beautiful liquidity sweep right here. And I was like, this is a perfect look at this wick. We're showing a great reaction. And we were also inside of this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, as well as this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. And we were inside of a strong PDRA. So after doing that, I was like, perfect. I will enter off a fair value gap that presents itself. So we ended up inversing this little fair value gap, but I was more hoping that we could inverse this as a bigger sign of us being bearish and catching a short. So as soon as we inverse this, I ended up putting my stop loss above this candle and targeting these lows for my max I can make is 1.5k in a day. So I ended up catching this for this amount of money. I ended up risking one mini 10 contracts, and it was just beautiful. I had this trade, literally was in it for a very small amount of time. Like I just hit TP really, really fast. So, yeah, that's how today ended up going. And my thought process, I think it was really, really clean, really, really simple, really, really easy, and price action was just beautiful today. So that's what we are. That's where we are currently at with these accounts. Halfway through passing this one, and we are up $743 on this live account with 0 winning days. I haven't really focused on this account at all this entire month. I was just focusing on passing another eval so we could have 2 live accounts going into the month of March. January, February, March. Yeah, March. The month of March with 2 live accounts and hopefully get a payout on both of these accounts for a significantly more bigger payout. So that is the thought process. That's what ended up happening, and we ended up executing, and we ended up hitting TP. So that is beautiful. And I know I haven't made another video because I haven't traded that much. Um, when was my last video? Let me check. Four days ago. So, I didn't trade Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday was a bank holiday, so I didn't trade. So today, Tuesday, first day back, and we ended up catching a W. But that's how training is going. Besides that, those past 4 days, I've still been on top of my stuff and been going to the gym every single day, praying every single day, and I have been staying consistent with my Bible and reading. So I have read chapters 12, 13, 14, 15, and yesterday I read chapter 16. So I just like to go over what I feel like I learned a lot these past few chapters, and um, it has helped me in my trading, my life, and everything in general. So I would like to just go over what I ended up learning from those chapters. So chapter Proverbs chapter 12 mainly just kept talking about keep learning about the word of God, and don't be prideful, because pride is what keeps you away from wisdom, and don't act on impulse. To be wise is to understand your actions. So you might get riled up, and um you might be you might just get triggered by something, and to be wise is to just calm down, understand what is going on, be in the moment, and don't act on impulses. Just think about your thought process and your actions of what you're going to do to proceed. So how you can add that to your trading, when you get a big stop, or you might end up being red on the day, you might get impulse to revenge trade and overtrade, but you have to understand that you have certain rules set, and you should just don't act on impulse. Think about the best thing that you can do, which is probably wait till the next day and just trade a better setup. So that's something I could have used last week, but we make mistakes and we learn from them, and that's how we progress. So that is what I got from Proverbs chapter 12. Proverbs chapter 13. I feel like I implemented it today, so let's just go over what it talked about. It said, just like God provides a worm to the bird has to put in the work to get it. So a God, the like God can give a bird a worm to catch, but the bird has to put in the work to actually get the worm to eat. So the same way God may give you opportunities, you just have to take advantage of the situation you are in. And the most important is applying yourself. So today, God gave me the opportunity to trade the AM session, and I took advantage of the situation, and I ended up profiting. I ended up catching a good trade, and I made a significant amount of money. So I think I applied Proverbs chapter 13 in my life today, but it also said the whoever despises the word of God brings destruction on himself, and your life will crumble if you not have God and found yourself in the word of God. So um read the word of God and try to implement it in your life, and um, try to have God with you, because He will significantly help you, and your life without Him will crumble. So that was Proverbs chapter 13. Proverbs chapter 14 said, "Those who decline from God's relationship will suffer, and don't hate everyone, because everyone was made in the same image as you." So that was just a little bit words of wisdom. Just kept talking about how it is important to keep building relationship with God, and how Him by your side will significantly help you in everything that you are trying to pursue and achieve. Proverbs chapter 15 said, "Respond with calm and kind answers. And it will turn away wrath." So like, if you're in an argument with somebody, you might be tensed up and mad. Just like, it's always important to respond with calm and kind answers, because it will decline the situation and turn away wrath. Soft answers show wiseness. The louder you try to talk and intimidate, it shows um it doesn't show like that you're like it shows a sign of like low intelligence, honestly. So it says a soft answer shows wiseness. Our words can do far more than we can imagine. It is very powerful and can deliver life to other people. So our words impact other people a lot more than we think. Proverbs chapter 16, which I read yesterday, said, "Rely and trust the Lord when hard decisions come in front of us." So whenever you're struggling with something, you have a lot of decisions. Try to talk to God, and He might give you um, a suggestion on the decision that you should make, and you should always follow it. What does it mean to live in fear of the Lord? To live in fear of the Lord, it means to depart from evil. Try your best to avoid sin and depart from evil. It is important to have a humble spirit like Christ and avoid being prideful. So that was what I have learned from the past few chapters of Proverbs. I've definitely gained a lot of wisdom, and I definitely can see it impact my life as it did today. And just in general, I'm trying to apply everything that I'm learning from these past few chapters into my own life to grow my relationship with God. And I realized how strong prayer is also is. As soon as I finish reading um, a chapter or the word, I just spend a few minutes praying and just going over everything that I'm grateful for and what I wish God can help me achieve and the goals that I've set out for myself. So that's how my relationship with God has been going. I've been definitely pursuing it relentlessly and putting a lot of hard work in it. With the gym, I've been going every single day. I've seen a lot of progress, getting a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and being consistent with taking my creatine and my protein. So life is good. But um, most important on my mind is just passing this eval, getting 2 live accounts, and then pursuing another payout for hopefully a significantly more amount of money. Um, as more payouts I get, I realize that the sum of the payout is also increasing. So hopefully we just keep scaling. The good thing about trading is that it is infinitely scalable. So it's just about the amount of money that you have to trade with will just reflect on the amount of money that you get in your bank account. So um beautiful price action today. Really, really happy. End of the day early, have the whole day rest to myself. So I'm gonna chill for a little bit, go to the gym, take my creatine, read chapter 17, and I don't have to trade Asia anymore. Well, not anymore. I don't have to trade Asia today because I already made my money. So I will just wait till tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow we also catch another banger and we get closer to passing this eval, and we will achieve the goal of February, which is getting the second live account. But anyway, that's how everything's been going so far, and I hope everything's going well for you guys, and I will catch you guys in day 26.